Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, Capricorn, this week we are looking at your current and future archetypal energies. I'm going to continue to kind of explore your reading in that way by pulling out, obviously, an archetype deck. We're going into Doggy Wisdom Oracle, and then we're going to use Tarot deck to look at what you've been working on currently in the present energy, what you've been healing, what is starting to blossom. And then in the future, we're going to look at what will you finish working on, what will be healed, and what will be ready for you to harvest. And we'll do that through the tarot. It is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. If it does and you're drawn to it, there is an extended, the link to that is at the top of the description within this video. In the extended, I look at the in-between energy for you. This deck drives me crazy. I see other people shuffle it so well. I'm confounded. There we go. It's got to be just the right distance away. Okay. Okay, Capricorn. Let's get a look-see here. Let's get a look-see at Capricorn. All right, then. Right now, you're the exorcist. Freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. You know what I feel like? I kind of feel like, this is weird. I'm getting the message about like bad habits. But like maybe in your home or something, or at work, one of the two, maybe both. And I don't know, maybe it's bad habits that have been developed and created over the last little while with the way the world has been. Like, I don't know, maybe you're eating too many sweets, or maybe you're not cleaning the house enough, or maybe you're all wearing your pajamas. You just wear your pajama bottoms all the time. If you have a Zoom meeting, you put on a shirt. I don't know, like, it just kind of feels like they're not necessarily bad, but it feels like there might be a whole bunch of them. See, and destructive impulses too, though. I feel like the impulse is, I want to say it feels like you're becoming aware of changes that you've made in the last little while that may not be changes. They're sort of impulsively made. Like, yeah, maybe it seemed like a good idea to wear your pajamas. I'm not wearing my pajamas. I have my shorts on. I haven't done that. I know some people will, right? Like, maybe Sundays used to be pajama day. Maybe that turned into Monday too. And Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday. It kind of feels like things that were kind of created on the impulse here, and freeing yourself of some of those and helping your family along the way, or your colleagues or your friends or whatever that may be, because it sells yourself and others. So you're kind of being a leader in this. Now in the future, the bully highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. Oh, this is always an interesting card. Oh, things just got interesting. We have priest at the bottom. Facilitates spiritual commitment, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Now, what I do want to say before I pull out the puppy dogs, because they make it all real too, is, okay, you are a natural leader. Capricorn is really a natural leading energy, but it can be a force to be reckoned with. Now, you may be dealing with some people currently, that are, let's say, more delicate personalities. I'm kind of hearing too, like some people you need to plant the seed and let it be. You know, you need to tell them, you know, you don't look so good in your pajama bottoms with your regular shirt anymore. You might want to think about going out. I think you'd look great in those pants. Or, you know, and just leave it at that. I mean, I have some family. It's kind of like that. My mom's a little bit like that. I can suggest stuff to her. No, I don't think so. No, we'll see. And I know that's just leave it. Just leave it. Just let that seed grow. Because I feel like there might be some people where you're just like, I wish this person would just see. Like, that this would be really good for them. And it probably will. But I feel like in the future, you might get frustrated with some of the people you're dealing with currently. And it just is highlighting it helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. So there might be some, like you may even project, like just a warning, just a word, just saying. We all do it at any stage in our life and at all different levels. None of us really change completely as human beings. We will still have certain tendencies to gossip, to, I don't know, like all the negative stuff, but we evolve it to higher levels. Like, right, we don't all start off in the chimpanzee stage and stay there. Some of us become, you know, much more enlightened about what that is. And I feel like you are. But it's almost like because this is impulsiveness of yourself and others. So it feels like others that are not getting on the choo-choo train with you. And it really would benefit them to get on the choo-choo train. But they're not seeing it. And I feel like in the future, if you just, and it could be people that you care so much about too. That's the hard part. Like this may not just be like a casual friend or your sibling that you really can't stand and you only have to see them on Christmas and Thanksgiving or something. Like this could be your own kid, or this could be your spouse or your partner, someone that you really care a lot about, and they're not getting on a friggin' choo-choo train. So I feel like the seed needs to be planted with some of these people. And honestly, what will trigger you is that you will see the destructiveness. You've seen it in yourself and you see it for them, right? Destructive impulses. So that's the projection that I'm getting at there. I hope I worked that around okay. Because it's really an inner fear. I know that can be hard. I was just, happiness? Okay, happiness would like to go right there. That's funny. He was out in the underline for Sagittarius. This dog. Oh my God. Don't you just want to rub that dog's head? You're just a good dog. You're such a good dog. Just to let you know, I get distracted with this deck. These dogs' faces are too much for me. But I know, like, even as a parent, I think I just want my son good things. But, you know, you can't protect them from life. You can prepare them, but you can't protect them from it. And I feel a little bit of this, like, try not to be overbearing too. The eyebrows are shaped in the sign of Aries. Okay, a cardinal sign and I wanted to call it an immovable sign of Capricorn. Fixed. Wow, you got all sorts of stuff to say about the future. Believe in yourself. Indecision. Oh, what is this? Oh, I tell you, the dogs bring stuff out. Oh, these little faces. They're too much. Stand your ground. Playfulness. Okay, there's some indicators. Teamwork. Getting some hints here to move forward. Okay, stand your ground. Okay, I really feel like too, and Capricorn, I feel like very evolved Capricorns are really intelligent people. I do. Like the ones that I've met in life are quite intelligent. And I do think that you have a lot of really good information to share, good observations to bring to people's attention. Okay, happy, because I see here like really what you want currently is for happiness. Can we just, let's just all be happy. And I see that like these are some bad habits, or these are some sort of destructive impulses that we've created here. Let's be consciously aware to move away from them. Let's find this happiness, right? Like your intention is so good. Okay, before I get into this, but in the future, right, the bully highlights your tendency to intimidate others. Helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. So this is kind of like, I've moved past these. I've moved past this impulse, or I've moved past this. And I see the happiness that it brings. I hope, I wish that could bring happiness for you. But I don't think, okay, because indecision and believing yourself, that's coming back into inner fears for me. Those two cards, okay, look at this face. Okay, just get distracted for this. I'm telling you, it's so cute. Oh my God. I really feel like there's something that triggers you in the future. This is like a really good reading because it's going to give you a heads up about something. Because the bully card for me really seemed to be about, you know, watch how things get projected here. To any things that have worked out a certain way for you may not necessarily work out a certain way for someone else. But now the indecision and believe in yourself feels like that is completely directed to you internally here. I'm going to have to dig into that. Wait a second. Let me see this. Okay, stand your ground. This is the underline. Stand your ground. Playfulness and teamwork. There's your clue. I feel like this is how to move forward in something. Don't back down, but bring a playful attitude. I'm feeling like almost as if in the future, not sure how to present yourself. Being kind of indecisive. I think the real key phrases to take away here are believe in yourself, stand your ground, playfulness. That will lead to teamwork. If you believe in yourself and you stand your ground about what it is that you believe in, just take it on a playful way. Take it playfully here. And then that, I feel like, takes away, helps you take away the indecision about how to move forward and present yourself, your ideas, etc. And how to not come off big and heavy and hard and gotta be this or the highway. You gotta do this or else. All right, so because look at underneath, it's beautiful. Like I really feel like you just want to guide. And kind of being a spiritual energy too. Like this is being a channel for spiritual energy. And it might have a lot to do, like opening up that in the future because of removing destructive impulses within your life. See, like the shadow of that is fear of facing your inner demons, your own demons. So it kind of feels like the complete opposite. It's, oh wow, too. It's kind of like taking these spiritual feathers. See how he holds them in front? And then they become almost like the wings behind you that propel you forward. So it's clearing your energy, making you clear so that you can propel yourself forward on a more spiritual level here, spiritually conscious level. All right, let's kind of see what's going on for you currently, what you've been working on, what you've been healing, what's getting ready to blossom. In the future, what will you finish working on, what will be healed, and what will be ready for you to harvest? The Page of Wands is out. I'm not really ready. What's he doing that? Page of Wands was out. Communication. Listen. Maybe someone needs to listen or communicate something. A page. Very innocent. This could be just dropping hints, perhaps. What have you been working on? Tell you, if the card needs to be there, the card is going to be there. The Page of Wands. Okay, so it wanted me to put that card there. What have you been working on? Communication. What have you been healing? The Four of Cups. Give me a second here. I want to see how this unfolds. What is starting to blossom? The World. You guys in this World card, I'm telling you. You've been like opening up and closing off cycles. It feels a little bit more like closing off, like major cycles in your life. The World, like the completion, your successful completion is getting ready to blossom here, baby. The Four of Cups is what you've been healing. I mean, happiness is coming out here too. That's really funny because Sagittarius had the Five of Cups there. And it's kind of like disappointments. It's opportunities missed, though, with the Four of Cups. I mean, there can be some disappointments associated with it because you missed some sort of opportunity. But I feel like most of the time, it's kind of the universe saying like, hey, you kind of missed out on this over here because you were feeling like this or you were kind of distracted about this. And when I say distracted about this, I don't really mean like you went to the grocery store and like the person of your dreams walked right behind you, but you didn't see it because you were comparing the price per gram of salad dressing. Not that kind of distraction. This is, you could have been engaged in conversation with that person or that situation. Someone could have offered you at a party like a really great opportunity at a job or a career, and like just like not seeing it for what it was because of something else difficult that you're dealing with. Being focused on some sort of other disappointment. Now this Four of Cups comes off as a very meditative card because this person is meditating, and all the cups are kind of situated, but there is one right behind him that he may not see. But I feel like what you've been healing is something internally here. And regardless of what's been missed in the past, I don't think, like, I never want to call anyone out though with that kind of stuff and say, well, you missed out on things because you weren't paying attention or you weren't in the right frame of mind. So what are people supposed to do? Like flick a switch and be, okay, now I'm in the right frame of mind. Like, you can't do that. So you're healing it, right? Like, you're healing it. So what you've been working on is communication, the Page of Wands. Now this person has his hands to his ear, so he's listening. So perhaps actually hearing what's really being said or what's really being offered. Maybe someone's been trying to help you free yourself of destructive impulses. I don't know now. I'm kind of wondering, Capricorn, with these cards here. I mean, it's kind of cute sometimes when I see in the comments, Cynthia, you call me out on that. I call myself out on stuff all the time too. So, you know, that's part of that self-awareness. So I love that the world is starting to blossom for you. You're getting ready to really close off a cycle here. But what are you opening up over here? So, what you will be finished working on is to start your healing. What will be healed? The Knight of Swords. Okay, if I wanted to call anything impulsive, I would call the Knight of Swords the impulsive card in the deck of tarot. Destructive impulsives. Freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. Look at that. You're healing that. You totally are. What will be ready to harvest? Ooh, the Death card. Like, let's end this shit, baby, and get on to a new beginning. The Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, the King of Pentacles. Well, that's interesting energy. Look at that. You have your counterpart energy sitting here. It's almost like the Divine Feminine is dealing with a lot of practical things in life that have to be managed and negotiated, and, you know, you got to do it. And then the Divine Masculine is on an inner journey of, oh, yeah, on an inner journey. But then look at this. This is almost like a transformation too of your yin and your own yin and yang energy. It's got to be read both ways because court cards really do represent individuals in readings, but energetically, like, this is almost like the feminine within you dealing with all the practical things in life, like keeping the fridge stocked, keeping the dog fed, keeping the litter box clean, you know, all the things that you got to do in life. And then here, like, going on, finding leadership. How do you really own? How do you go after what you want? And like finding that internally here. So you might even be doing a lot of practical things day to day in life, but internally, you're really meeting like your own masculine energy, kind of healing both. Well, I certainly like that what is starting to blossom for you is the world. A completion here that is starting to rise up. It does a little bud. It wants to open up and flower. So it's getting ready to blossom. To harvest the Death card. Because you have rebirth after death. So there is definitely the sense of ending all over this. And rebirth. But the key underneath everything is, I want to say, impulsiveness. To heal that. I kind of feel like too, like impulsive energy is, well, sometimes it's important because if you're about to fall off a cliff and there's a rope hanging there, you might want to just grab it real quick. And there are situations in life where the opportunity is there. Grab it, honey, because it might not be there tomorrow, or it might not be there in 5 minutes. But it can be for like smaller things. And I say that because, like, we used to have the kindergartens in the yard. and they would be on their bikes, or there wouldn't be as many bikes as kids. And they're like, I want a bike, I want a bike, I want a bike. All right. Well, we'll see how many times we go around, and we'll get someone to come off for you who's been around for a lot. Or we'll wait and watch. If someone comes off and it's free, go for it. Don't wait. You want a bike. And someone comes off. It could be like 4 feet in front. And there's no one there. I'm like, what the bike? You wanted the bike. Nobody has the bike. Go get the bike. And they'll look at you, and they'll look at the bike, and they'll look at you, and they'll look at the bike. Like, what are you waiting for? It's what you wanted. It's right there. Oh, okay. And then by the time they make the decision, someone else came and got the bike. So that's what I mean. Like, impulsiveness on that level can be important. But I feel like this is sort of acknowledging and realizing if something is really, truly meant for you, it cannot be taken away from you. Like on big levels of life here. So these can be jobs. These can be career paths. These can be partnerships. These can be friendships. These can be houses, homes, like things where you want to live. It can't be taken from you. You don't need to be impulsive about this. Yes, if it's what you want and it's sitting right in front of you and the way is clear, why would you hesitate then? But if you're impulsive because you feel like something is going to be taken away from you that is meant for you, well, then it's really not meant for you. It kind of has a bit of that feeling here. You've got quite a bit of major arcana sitting here too. 1, 2, 3. Half of your cards. So major stuff, major realizations, major completions. Let's look at these now. What have you been working on? It's the Page of Wands. I feel like it's hearing things. I feel like you're hearing things now. Or you have been hearing things. You're working on not listening to the voice in your head. No. Page of Wands. What have you been? And 7 of Wands. That's interesting. The 7 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. What you've been working on here. So this could be like communication in the past left you feeling sort of defensive and confused. I'm saying confused because the 7 of Pentacles is trying to reassess. Well, how do I do this now? Or now what's the best approach? Like, it's almost like it keeps changing. So does the situation keep changing, or your perspective on the situation keep changing? And the Page of Pentacles being able to move like have the plan and move forward very cautiously, but progressively. What have you been healing? Is the 4 of Cups. Or the 10 of Wands, the Chariot and the 10 of Wands. The Chariot came out first. The Chariot and the 10 of Wands. Emotional baggage. Healing emotional baggage. Moving that out of the way. Moving the emotional baggage out of the way for you. That's what you've been doing here. You've been healing that. What is starting to blossom is the World. That's funny. The Devil was in the same spot here for Sagittarius. Different card though. So you have Queen of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Lovers. What is starting to blossom? I'm going to say you. I think this Devil card is coming out as you. I think it represents the toxicity that you've moved past, that you're closing off. I feel like it's coming to terms with your physical and spiritual journeys here. And getting ready for new opportunities, new divinely guided choices for yourself. I always think it's beautiful how similar these two cards are. Like, you can actually have situations that may be exactly the same on the surface, right? Been guided to it. You're kind of joined at the hip on it. But it's toxic or it's not toxic. Coming to terms with that. And maybe how toxic it feels is what baggage you bring in with it. So what will you finish working on in the future is a Star. The Queen of Swords. Oh, we're cutting something out here. Finding some real clarity. Very clear of mind. It feels like a very strong energy in the future. That's interesting, right? Because I'm looking at, you got that Bully card there. finish working on it. Is the star. Okay, is healing perhaps too how you cut things out or why you cut things out? A self-protective mechanism here of cutting things out. Healing that. Now what will be, or sorry, you're going to finish working on that. Healing is the Knight of Swords, really charging forward here. That feels connected to the impulse. The Emperor, the Six of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. Wow, that's kind of interesting because the Emperor is a very strong energy. Is the Emperor impulsive? I don't know. When the Emperor really sees something, the Emperor may become impulsive because there's not much that the Emperor would do to stop them. But now with the Six of Swords coming in, this feels like allowing the universe to guide you. And the Nine of Pentacles into all of your prosperity. So it is, again, it's that realization that if it is meant for me, I do not have to fight tooth and nail for it. I just have to find me so that I can align myself with the real path. And then here, like, it's prosperity. You don't have to chase your own prosperity. Not to say you don't have to work on it, but you don't have to chase it feeling like it's going to be taken away from you. What will be ready to harvest is the Death card. That went right into the tree. Right into the tree. And we've got the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Look at that. Oh, it's been a long, hard road, but look, there's some good stuff in the future. It's closing off. That kind of feels like the end of the fatigue, the worn out warrior, and finding a place of refuge. In the Ten of Pentacles, a place of stability, refuge, and prosperity for yourself. Okay, I got to look at indecision and believing yourself. I feel like that has been presenting as a defense mechanism. So let's see what we have here in the future. Indecision and believing yourself. Gosh, talk about it. Look at this. Look at that. The Seven of Swords is the Fool card. And look at how they're both going in different directions. Talk about indecision. That's like kind of like slipping away in the night from something. Or moving ahead with a brand new start. But I feel like it's kind of linked to, it's how you want to do it. So the Seven of Swords can be like really hiding your stuff here. Like hiding, not showing everything, not being open. The Fool is a very open energy, but it's really unconventional. So maybe not wanting to share this unconventional aspect of yourself and hiding it, and then just coming out in the open and being it. So there's the indecision to be aware of in the future. Oh, then, and look at believing yourself. The Knight of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. I don't know why I felt like the Knight of Pentacles was already out, but no. Believing yourself here. You have got the right plan. You just haven't been looking at yourself properly. That's what I'm hearing. You have the right plan. You haven't been looking at yourself fully and wholly. Like realizing how far you can take yourself. There's something that you're missing here. Believe in yourself. There's something that you're missing. It's part of your, because the Knight of Pentacles gets where they're going because they reassess the situation. They don't miss any steps. They like along the way. So there's a step here to reassess how you see yourself and everything around you. There may be a pause of self-assessment with that. And I do think too, because we all evolve through process and time and age. So it might be time in the future when you're moving forward. And I feel like you're going to take this Fool energy as opposed to Seven of Swords. And there will be a time to believe in yourself. Like reassess who you are, where you've come from, how far you've come in the cycle change. Because you're going through cycle changes, Capricorn, and I've seen really big ones for you the last few months here. And this is more of that. The Five of Pentacles is at the bottom. So feeling kind of, I don't know so much about out in the cold, but that card kind of feels a little bit linked to not connecting or not feeling like you're understood on some level. So that's what I got. So I'm going to look at the in-between. So the in-between, I'm going to ask what the personal challenges are, distractions to be aware of, and areas to focus on, getting yourself into the future, Capricorn. Thank you so much, my cabbage corns. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.